What's up, guys? We are balls deep in March Madness. We have finally reached the Final Four, which most teams, if they can make the Final Four, they'll be happy. But obviously, they're all shooting for that national championship. So we have two teams which has never even reached the Final Four in Texas Tech and Auburn. And then you have Virginia, who haven't reached the Final Four since 1984. And then you have Michigan State, who has been there, I believe, 8 times or 10 times since the year 2000, but they haven't won a national championship since 2000. So we got some new blood in there. We got some fresh blood. We got some teams that will be very, very happy to win it, and their programs will be very happy. But one of the things I wanted to talk about real quick was Coach K of the Duke Blue Devils. He had said that he is going to try to steer away from from recruiting one-and-done players. So I know most of you know what a one-and-done player is, but if you do not, a one-and-done player is when you come to college for 1 year and then you declare for the NBA draft. The NBA set this rule to make these college kids play 1 year in college. So I don't know if they were looking at it from the aspect of they're not physically ready or they're not ready for the money or what. But anyways, that rule has been put into effect for, I believe, 10 to 15 years now. So the problem with that rule is you have programs like Duke and Kentucky and other programs that get these high-level recruits. They all come in for 1 year, and then they all leave. It's great for the recruit. It's great for the player to come in 1 year, get some great experience in college, and then leave, go to the NBA, and make some money. And 9 times out of 10, or actually 10 times out of 10, that is why these players leave, because they have money waiting for them, which who can blame them? You're playing in college for free. You're going to class. You're not getting paid for it. So, I'm not against the one-and-done rule. I'm not against players going to the NBA right out of high school. I think they should be able to do whatever they want to do. It's their choice. It's their life. But what I would do if I were coaches is I would try to steer away from drafting those one-and-done players, which I know sounds stupid because why would you not want to have the best players in your program? Well, the problem is like we've seen with Duke this year, which I am a huge Duke fan, the most talented team does not always win the national championship. These one-and-done players very rarely ever win a national championship. Duke did it in 2015 with, I believe, 4 one-and-dones or 3 one-and-dones, and then Kentucky did it, I believe, in 2010 when they had Michael Kidd-Gilchrist and they had Anthony Davis, and they were one-and-dones. So it very rarely happens. And on top of that, it's hard to build a program. You have these kids coming into your program. You're teaching them the ways. You're teaching them how to go to class and how to play ball at the college level. You're teaching them how to keep their body in shape. You're teaching them the values and ethics that you want to put in them. And then, boom, they're gone, the next year. And then you got to start the process all over again. Not only with that, it's just hard to win. It's hard to build a winning culture when you have to restart every year. And I would say it's just probably tiring. It's exhausting to be repeating the same thing. Now, you can still get very high-level recruits that are going to stay for 2, 3, 4 years. Well, then you can build a program because you're having 3- and 4-year players. They're not leaving after 1 year, and then you got to go recruit and start over again. So although I think the one-and-done program benefits players, I do not think it benefits the programs because it's just hard to build. So I completely understand where Coach K's coming from. In the past, I think 5 or 6 years, he has lost at least 2 players every single year to the one-and-done thing. You can Google it and look it up to make sure I'm correct, but I'm pretty sure that's right. So every single year, you're losing your number 1 and 2 player. So you got to get out there, you got to recruit, you got to hit it hard, and you got to rebuild a program. Most players in the college basketball today that are staying 3 and 4 years, they're just not draft ready, they're not NBA ready, which is why they're staying, which is understandable. But if you look at all of the teams that win a national championship for the most part or go deep into the NCAA tournament or win their conference tournament, most of the time they are sophomores, juniors, and seniors. There are outliers. I'm not saying it does not happen, but most of the time they're sophomores, juniors, and seniors. They've been there. They understand the way it goes. It's not brand new to them. When you're a freshman coming into college, you're young, you're inexperienced, you've never traveled and played all over the country before, and you've never played in these high-pressure situations, and you've never played the talent that you're playing. When you're in high school, you're the man. You're the best player all the time. You're just more athletic, bigger, and stronger than everybody. And in college, that is not the case. So I think what these colleges need to do is, if you have 100% for sure NBA ready players, let them go and wish them the best. But if you have players that are teetering on being NBA ready or not, do not let them go. Keep them at your program, mentor them, coach them, get them ready, and put them in a position to be successful when they get there. What's happening is non-NBA ready players are going, they're getting dropped to the G League, they're getting paid very little, and their coaching is nowhere near what they could get at the college level from these great coaches. So I think that's what these coaches need to do. But I just wanted to get on here real quick. That was some news I read this morning about Coach K. So give me your opinions on what you think of the one and done rule. I mean, what do you think? Do you think these kids should just go straight from high school? Do you think they should play at least 1 or mandatory 2 years? But anyways, this is an interesting topic for me because I'm a huge basketball fan. So let me know what you think.